So the second method is reducing the span. Reducing the span of this beam. Remember, this beam is spanning from this column support to that column support. So dividing this span into several spans. Now we can do that with column support or with beam support, whichever is possible. Now looking at this place, you can see that for aesthetics this was done. This was left this way for aesthetics, which means you cannot introduce columns here. So you will consider beam support. Now looking here, you will now see that beam supports were used to divide the span of this beam. Now this beam was introduced, one. Then this other beam was introduced, two. So now with these two beams, we have further divided the span of this long beam into three. So looking at this beam structurally, it's no longer a long spanning beam, because first, this beam is just spanning from here to here. That is the span A of this beam. Now, the second span of this beam is from here to here. Now, that's the second span of the beam. Now, the third span of this beam is from here to this column support. That's the third span of this long beam. So this beam is not like a long beam again. It's not like a long spanning beam again, because it has been divided into one span, second span, third span. So with this, the load coming from this wall, this place here, from this cantilever, from this beam, every other thing, first is going between this span, in between this span, that is from this beam to this beam. Are you seeing now? Now, then whatever load that is coming on this beam, on this span, is going between this beam and this column support. Then whatever it is that is the load that is coming on this part of the beam, on this span of the beam, is going between this beam and this column support. And these things will be considered while reinforcing the beams. While reinforcing the beams, the bottom bars of this beam will go under this one. That is to say, the bottom bars of this beam will come first, then this will go on top of it. Now, the same thing applies here. The bottom bars of this beam will come first, then this will go on top of it.